it's Sarah, and for today's video I just wanted to sit here and talk. I recently realized that I have been in California for about 6 months now, and that's really weird to me because I don't know, 2016 is actually the first year that I'm going to be in California more than I'm in New York back home. But there is these things that I noticed about LA that it makes it a completely different world than the rest of the world in my opinion. And you know, there is a lot of basicness to it. There is a standardized aesthetic basicness to living in LA that kind of just happens naturally. And here's some LA lingo for you. Sneakers? Yep, they're called tennis shoes. That's dope means that's awesome. Dude, basically means I agree. NoCal is Northern California and SoCal is Southern California. 405 is not just a number, it is the road that you just don't want to take, especially during rush hour. But you do anyway, and then you complain about traffic. LAX is the airport, and you probably already know this, but let's be real, most airports don't even get that cool of a name, and since this is like one of the most major airports ever, it gets its own name, which is pretty cool, and it's a very nice airport. So Santa Ana's is referring to the wind, and El Nino refers to this massive rainstorm, which is supposed to be happening, but kind of isn't. The industry basically just means Hollywood, like in general. I don't know, it's really hard to explain because everyone here is somehow involved in the industry, so it refers to the industry of entertainment. The Valley is referring to San Fernando Valley. Basically everyone just shortens the name. Some LA exclusive stores. Now shopping is definitely big here. There's a lot more outdoor plazas than indoor malls, but there are also California stores that you hear about or you see things on the internet or something, and then you slowly just realize when you hear they're actually a thing. Coffee Bean, I really actually like Coffee Bean, and it's weird because back home I am in the world of Dunkin' Donuts coffee versus Starbucks coffee, and I always liked Starbucks better. That's just my preference. I actually don't drink coffee all the time. I really like tea, but when I do have coffee, I really like Starbucks over Dunkin'. Coffee, yeah. Coffee Bean is kind of just that go-to place, and I can't say I like it more than Starbucks, but I like, it depends on what I'm getting. Personally, I like both, and purple straws, the purple aesthetic makes me very happy as well. Another major store here is Brandy & Melville, Tumblr Quality Perfect. I'm not even kidding, but I actually went in there the other day to pick up a prop for an upcoming web series, and I can't say much about the series, but I can show you the prop that I got. Little keychain. It's a little alien. Here are some California myths. You're going to run into celebrities literally everywhere. This is one of those weird things. People are like, oh my gosh, you're going to see celebrities all over town and like in the grocery store. So here's how this works. Basically, everyone who lives around here is somehow involved. Like pretty much, you could be seeing people all the time that you just don't know, you're not paying enough attention to recognize, or you just haven't seen the people you're actually trying to look for, and that's very likely too. So I can't debunk the myth, but I'm saying you probably have seen lots of people if you're walking around here, but you may not always really know it. Some common themes would have to be just going to the gym or working. I was never that person who'd be like, oh, let's go to the gym, let's go work out and do this thing. But now, like, I don't know, maybe it's just a stress reliever or something, but I actually don't mind going and going cycling or doing yoga or just whatever. It's actually really cool. So yeah, I am adjusting. Also, another thing is, I mentioned this in the LA Trends video, but another typical thing is just eating healthy. And I do this because then everyone goes and like, oh, donuts, but oh, kale. Logic is kind of out the window on that one, which also brings me to In-N-Out. It's actually really good, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's overhyped. Like, no huge thrill, but it's like a classic California thing, so we gotta just go for it. Like, tourists versus non-tourists, I feel like everyone who's here is still somewhat a tourist. Like, I've been here for quite some time now, but I still like to go to touristy things and take pictures, and I still do, but like at the same time I get to live here as well, so it's kind of fun to be a bi-coastal person because I get to live both sides of the country, and I get to be able to still be a tourist here, but I also get to be like, oh yeah, I'm an LA girl now, yeah. So it's fun. No, I'm not necessarily used to how people dress here, mostly because it's really trendy. Everyone dresses the way they want to dress, and you can change it around and nobody really questions it, and I think that's really nice. There is a basic to costuming of choice in LA, and it usually includes something a little bit like this. I mean, that's basically the basics of living in LA. I mean, there's other things too that I'm probably forgetting to mention, but I thought I would share some of that because it's interesting being here and realizing that things are different than anywhere else I've ever been, and it's really weird, and I don't know how to really put this into words, so I'm trying here, but it's interesting and I really like it, and it's different. So if you're ever watching these videos or whatever and you're seeing things and you're like, what? So those are some basic LA trends. I know I had an LA trends video, so if you want to go check that out as well, please go do so. And yeah, just give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video and you have not done so already, and check out my other videos. I post a lot and you can see a little bit more of my life by watching the Live in CA web series. Yeah, I'll see you all next week in my next video. Bye!